Good morning. Good morning, life igniters. I think that's what I should call people who are trying to change their lives. Life igniters. Once you decide to change your life, you got to be a life igniter, right? So, anyhow, morning. So, look at this hair. Trust me, I combed my hair this morning. Is it just me, or when summertime comes, everybody be ready to chop they shit off like me? Anyhow, welcome Wednesday. So glad you can drop by. I haven't did an IGTV thingy in a minute. Um, I do have it's morning time, guys, and I'm on my coffee. I do have YouTube videos you guys can go check out. But for those of you who don't know me, my name is MP DeVille. I am a mother of 3 beautiful children. I am a life igniter, and I call myself a life igniter because I did a lot of things to change my life, guys. I did a lot. So, I mean, if you know my story, let me start it for some of y'all. So, I grew up in a very, very, very dysfunctional family. And it was heart-wrenching and agonizing and depressing and all of those adjectives you may want to attach to it. But what I now realize at the age of 49, well, really, I started realizing it before the age of 49. I started contemplating it and understanding how my life was working and how things were affecting me and why things were affecting me the way they were. And once I understood that, I was able to basically change my life and start doing things that I knew deep down in my heart and in my soul and in my spirit that I was capable of doing. Many of the reasons that I did not do them when I wanted to do them, or probably when it was necessary or convenient or conventional to do it, is because I had other situations going on in my life, as most of us do. So, we can get into these really bad relationships that hinder us, and we're so bombarded with trying to maintain that relationship and trying to cater to our partner and cater to our children and cater to our jobs, when basically we forget to cater to ourselves. And sometimes for women, because we are we run the world, basically. I mean, think about it. If it weren't for women, who's raising our children? Who's making sure dinner's on the table? Who's making sure bills are paid? Who's making sure the car is running? When you're single, that is, so it is women who do the do. So, good morning. So, my neighbors, they walk every morning. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And they're older than me, too. God bless them. Um, so, anyhow, it is imperative, people. It is imperative that you start to figure out what's hindering you. So, I get off track, guys, so forgive me. I get to talking and losing where I was at and all kind of stuff, but I'll bring it back around, okay? So, once again, came from a very messed up family. I realized that messed upness was lingering on and carrying on into my future and into my present. And I realized that some of the things that had happened to me as a kid, as a child, some of the things that I had witnessed other adults go through, I was now repeating that and doing that as an adult myself. And once I realized that, I realized and understood that generational cycles was a real thing, a very real thing. And when you start putting the pieces of the puzzle together, you can then begin to change your life. Because, like I said, I witnessed so much stuff as a kid, and just being in that environment, I grew up repeating that exact same stuff. And once I realized that I was doing that, I was like, whoa, it was like a wake-up call. It was like an epiphany. You know, you have to pay attention to your life and pay attention to what you're doing and pay attention to what's holding you back and pay attention to, you know, everything basically. And you can only really do that is if you have quiet time, is if you clear the clutter. You can't have a dysfunctional relationship in your ear, and you can't have chatter and gossipiness and all that other stuff going on in your ear, and think that you're going to succeed in life, because you can't. You have to separate the two. And I realized that. I was repeating the cycle of teenage pregnancy,